In the shadowy corridors of Fort Harlan Military Academy, nestled deep in the rugged hills of Virginia, Lieutenant Elena Vasquez felt the first chill of betrayal as she ascended the old stone staircase. Her boots echoed against the worn steps, a rhythm that matched her pounding heart. She was no ordinary soldier. At 28, she had risen through the ranks with grit and unyielding determination, the first Latina woman to command a platoon of elite cadets. But tonight, under the cover of a moonless sky, her world was about to shatter, pushed by the very hand she trusted most. Hey folks, if you love your mom and dad, hit that subscribe button and show some love to them, because family is everything, and stories like this remind us why. Elena had always been a beacon of discipline at Fort Harlan, a sprawling base where America's future warriors were forged. Born in a small Texas border town, she joined the military to escape poverty and honor her immigrant parents' dreams. Her sharp intellect and unwavering resolve earned her respect, but also envy. The Academy's cadets, a mix of privileged sons from military dynasties and raw recruits hungry for glory, saw her as an outsider. Whispers followed her, "She's too soft," they'd say, or "she doesn't belong." But Elena ignored them, focusing on her mission to train the next generation. That fateful evening began like any other. The base was buzzing with preparations for the annual War Games, a grueling simulation that tested cadets' mettle. Elena had just finished a late-night briefing in the command center, her mind racing with strategies. As she climbed the central staircase toward her quarters, she heard muffled voices from above. "She's coming," one hissed. Before she could react, 3 shadowy figures emerged from the landing, cadets she recognized: Jackson Hale, the cocky heir to a general's legacy; Marcus Reed, a brooding athlete with a chip on his shoulder; and Tyler Voss, the quiet one who followed the pack. "What are you doing here?" Elena demanded, her voice steady despite the unease creeping in. Jackson stepped forward, his eyes cold. "You've been pushing us too hard, Lieutenant. Time to push back." In a blur, they lunged. Elena fought, her training kicking in. She grabbed Jackson's arm, twisting it, but Marcus shoved her from behind. Her balance faltered on the edge of the step. Tyler hesitated for a split second, but it was too late. With a collective heave, they sent her tumbling down the stairs. Pain exploded as her body hit the unyielding stone, ribs cracking, vision blurring. She landed in a heap at the bottom, gasping, the world spinning into darkness. Word spread like wildfire through the base. Cadets whispered in barracks, officers exchanged uneasy glances in the mess hall. By morning, Elena was in the infirmary, bandaged and broken, but alive. The official report called it an accident, a slip on wet stairs after a rainstorm. But Elena knew better. As she lay there, morphine dulling the agony, she replayed the faces: Jackson's smirk, Marcus's rage, Tyler's regret. Why? She had uncovered something days earlier, a hazing ritual gone too far, involving the cadets smuggling contraband onto the base. She had confronted them privately, warning of expulsion. This was their retaliation. The twist came swiftly. Hours after the incident, 3 generals arrived unannounced: General Harlan, the Academy's namesake and a decorated Vietnam vet; General Klein, a Pentagon hardliner; and General Soto, Elena's distant mentor from her early days. They sealed off the base, helicopters thundering overhead, MPs at every gate. No one in, no one out. Rumors exploded. Was it a terrorist threat? A security breach? Elena, from her hospital bed, pieced it together. She had sent an encrypted email to Soto before the attack, detailing the cadets' misconduct and hinting at deeper corruption, senior officers turning a blind eye to the hazing for tradition's sake. The general's investigation was ruthless. Interrogations in dimly lit rooms, polygraphs humming, files seized from lockers. Jackson cracked first, confessing the push but claiming it was just a prank. Marcus doubled down, accusing Elena of favoritism. Tyler, the weak link, spilled everything. The hazing wasn't isolated. It tied to a black market ring selling performance enhancers to cadets, funded by alumni donations funneled through the Academy's foundation. And the ringleader? Not the cadets, but Colonel Briggs, the base commander, who profited from the scheme to pad his retirement. Elena's heart sank as the truth unraveled. Briggs had mentored her, praised her publicly. But behind closed doors, he saw her as a threat, a rising star who might expose his empire. He had ordered the cadets to handle her, promising leniency. The shove down the stairs was meant to intimidate, not kill, but it backfired spectacularly when her email reached Soto. As the generals closed in, drama escalated. Briggs attempted a desperate escape, commandeering a jeep toward the perimeter. MPs pursued in a high-speed chase across the training fields, gunfire echoing like thunder. He crashed into a barricade, surviving but captured. In his office, they found ledgers detailing payoffs to influential families, including Jackson's father, a senator on the Armed Services Committee. The scandal threatened to topple careers from the Academy to Capitol Hill. Elena, recovering slowly, became the linchpin. Testifying from her wheelchair in a makeshift courtroom on base, she faced her attackers. Jackson sneered, but Tyler broke down, apologizing through tears. "We were scared," he admitted. "Briggs said you'd ruin us." The twist deepened. Tyler revealed a hidden camera in the stairwell, installed for security, but capturing the assault on video. Briggs had tried to erase it, but Tyler had backed it up, tormented by guilt. The general's decision was swift. The base closed indefinitely for restructuring. Cadets were dispersed to other academies, many expelled. Briggs faced court-martial, his empire crumbling. Jackson and Marcus were dishonorably discharged, their futures shattered. Tyler, for cooperating, received a lighter sentence, probation and mandatory counseling. But the biggest twist awaited Elena. In a private meeting, General Soto revealed her email had uncovered not just the ring, but a nationwide network of similar corruption in military academies. "You didn't just survive," he said. "You saved the integrity of our forces." Promoted to captain, Elena was offered a position at the Pentagon, overseeing reforms. Yet, scars lingered, physical and emotional. She visited her parents in Texas, hugging them tightly, vowing to fight on. Months later, Fort Harlan reopened under new command, its halls echoing with reformed protocols. Elena returned as a guest speaker, standing tall on those same stairs. "Betrayal tests us," she told the new cadets. "But truth endures." The Academy, once a den of secrets, became a symbol of accountability. In the quiet aftermath, Elena reflected on the night that changed everything. The shove down the stairs wasn't just an attack, it was the catalyst for justice. 3 generals had closed the base, but one woman's resilience had reopened the path to honor. The story of Fort Harlan spread across the nation, a cautionary tale of power, envy, and redemption. Elena Vasquez emerged not as a victim, but a hero, her name etched in military lore. And in the hills of Virginia, the base stood vigilant, a testament to the unyielding spirit of those who serve. Word count, 1218. Hey viewers, drop a comment below. From which part of the country are you watching this video?